Welcome to the no-fly zone, buddy. If y'all got beef 30,000 feet in the air where everybody's safety is in jeopardy, I got a couple of words for you. Try therapy. It works. You can fighting somebody on a plane is nasty work. Sir, if that window is busted open with your fist, we're all dying.
I greet you all once again. Welcome back, family, and it's truly an honor following my YouTube page. For those new here, I'm Marvin, and please feel free to hit the subscribe icon below and follow my page. On today's episode, we'll be talking about instant karma on a Frontier Airlines flight. Mr. Keanu Evans was provoked when he was just minding his business. An Indian white man kept throwing insults at him, calling him different names and possibly threatening his life. Keanu Evans was just quiet all through, and that's when he approached the flight attendants and clearly said he will defend himself if the Indian guy approaches him. The fight escalated mid-air and the Indian guy was beaten mercilessly as from the video we just watched. Why would someone have a bad mouth knowing he can't fight or defend himself? On my perspective, there are some hidden tales we are not told. I think the white Indian man racially insulted Mr. Keanu Evans. In this video, I have a clip of Keanu Evans explaining the turnaround events. He clearly states that it's the man who started the fight, and Keanu had no other option but to defend his life. Let's watch the following arguments following and finish it up listening to Keanu Evans at the end. Make sure to watch to the end so we can come up with clear judgment in the comment section.
Let's get into this case of F around and find out, because he effed around and found out. Let's get into it. So this person right here decided that he wanted to become the devil on his Frontier flight from Philly to Miami. And guess what? He effed around and found out because he encountered the right one that was not playing with him, okay? He encountered Mr. Evans. Now, Mr. Evans was sitting in front of that man with his headphones on, looking out the window, enjoying the view because the aircraft was getting ready to land in Miami. When some young ladies next to him kept looking back and, it caught his attention. But before he, paid any attention to it, he said he did hear off and on a little bit through his headphones someone laughing, but he paid no attention to it because he thought they were either watching TV or just laughing with somebody in conversation. So the girls kept looking back, so that made him kind of pull his headset back to figure out what was going on. And that's when the young ladies kind of gestured them being uncomfortable to him, and he turns around and asks the man, is he okay? Are you okay? And that's when he started to talk really demonic towards Mr. Evans right here, calling him immortal, minuscule man, and things like that. Just real evil things. And Mr. Evans was like, are you okay? This is weird. This is not normal, right? So he finally sits back down, puts his headsets back on, and then he decides to go to the restroom. Mr. Evans goes to the restroom, and before he goes back to his seat, he lets the flight attendants know, hey, this man behind me is tripping. He's making threats, and I'm letting you all know if something happens, I'm going to defend myself. And they stated, oh, we are aware of him. Just hit the call button and we'll be right there if anything happens. So he's headed back to his seat, and before he can properly get seated in his seat, the man is still talking crazy to him. So he says, hey, man, are you okay? What's wrong with you? I'm not on that. Chill out. Things like that. The other man that I just showed you, the one who effed around and found out, that wanted to be the devil, he proceeds to hop up, put his forehead on Mr. Evans' forehead, and begin to choke him. And that's when Mr. Evans, let him know he was not the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, all the way to the 10. He was not the one, okay? They stated that on that aircraft during this fight,
don't judge a situation until you know all of the details. I saw a viral video of a Frontier flight where a gentleman named Keanu Evans was in a fight with some other gentlemen, And of course, you run to the comments and everybody's saying how terrible that is, and they're indicting and making comments against Keanu Evans. But then if you just go and look up the story, you find out that Keanu Evans is not the one to be blamed here. The other gentleman was the one who was charged. He was making life-threatening threats against Keanu Evans. He tried to call for the attendant. The attendant was not attendant. And so the other gentleman was forehead to forehead with him, took him by the throat. He ended up practicing self-defense. So before you just go running to comments or making videos of your own and trying to make somebody look bad in a particular light, you should probably get all the details first.
Frontier Airlines. Come over here, we need to talk. So as if staff berating the customers is not enough, you can also watch a UFC match while comfortably flying to your destination. Now I know y'all heard about that fight that happened on Frontier recently. Now according to witnesses, the guy in the back and the guy in the front seat was going back and forth. It was a verbal altercation, and unfortunately the guy in the front, who was about 21 years old, got up, acted like he was going to the bathroom, came back, began or laid hands on the guy who he was arguing with. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to the aggressor, he got whooped. The victim put them paws on him. According to police, Ishan Sharma, I don't know if I'm saying that correct, was charged with battery for assaulting the other passenger. The entire altercation was captured on cell phone video. So I urge you to go and take a look at it. I'm not going to post it, but go take a look at it for yourselves. Very interesting. But at this point, I think Frontier is trying to give Carnival crews a run for their money. Seriously, because just a few months ago, a video went viral of employees of Frontier berating a guest. I bet you won't get on your flight. But yes, way to go, Frontier.
Good morning, America. In today's news, a black man, Keanu Evans, was on an air flight when an East Indian man decided to get up, annoy the man, and put his forehead against the black man's forehead. Then he began to choke Keanu Evans, and then Keanu Evans had to retaliate by hitting the young man. And he hit him a lot of times, swelled his eye up, bloodied him up. He made the man look real bad. The man reminded me of a movie called The Elephant Man. I was scared to watch that movie as a kid. So you can imagine when I seen what Keanu Evans did to that man's face, I turned my head immediately. I couldn't watch. But the outcome, by the way, I beat up a man too. He was East Indian. It was probably about 4 weeks ago, man. I didn't exactly do what Keanu did. I'm not gonna, well, yeah, because when he stepped to me, he swung, and I kind of like did one of those. And when I came with the left hook, I noticed that he was going down already. So I caught him with my right hand, lifted him back up, and said, "Say sorry." And he said sorry, and I let him go, and he fell. That wasn't televised. No one's talking about that. And the man started with me. That's neither here nor there. Keanu Evans, you're in our prayers, brother. I'm going to follow your Facebook, your YouTube, and I asked you to do the same, because I actually had a fight with this white guy too. He came to buy one of my cars, and I wouldn't give him the price that he wanted, so that white pride jumped in him, and I'm like, bro, just go. And you know, he pushes me and pushes my hand out the way and brushes past me, so I hit him with the right put him in a little thing like this, did a little spin, dropped him on his back, we both on the ground, I'm kneeling, the next thing.
Bro 100% deserved to get tore the fuck up on that plane. I don't care what nobody say. That dude was not wrong for turning around and beating that ass. Like, what? Hey, what's up, y'all? So if y'all haven't seen the video of that dude getting beat up on the plane by Keanu Evans, just know it wasn't Keanu's fault. It wasn't Brett's fault. It wasn't Brett's fault. He was behind him popping it. He was behind him popping it. We're on a plane. We're about to go to our next destination. We all don't want to be on the no-fly list. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. I don't want to be. But you sitting here popping it. You threatening me, bruh? You threatening me, bruh? We're in the sky, and you're behind me. I don't know what you're going to do. Mac. Yeah, Mac. And then when he got up, what was he? Bloody, leaking. Yeah, now you're on a no-fly list, leaking. But you ain't never getting back on this plane ever again. And you got beat up. You deserved it. You deserved it. Keanu not wrong. He not wrong. Anybody say he wrong? Please. And he better not be on the no-fly list. Swear to God.
What's crazy is I was looking out the window and I was watching the sun set. I had my headphones on. I couldn't hear anything. I'm in my own world and I'm just admiring God's creation. The skies were beautiful and I'm just like, wow, this is magnificent. And as soon as the sun set completely and the sky went dark, that's when everything happened. This guy starts speaking to me in a way that I've never heard a human speak to anybody. He's laughing villainously, like it was just all evil. He's calling me immortal. He's calling me a puny man. He's calling me weak. He's saying all this stuff to just irritate my spirit and my soul, and everything in me just felt like there was some sort of like entity in him speaking to me, and it was dark. It was creepy. It was just, man, like, yo, get right with God. Like, get right with God. If you ain't doing it now, there's no better time. It's not too late. I would like to take the time to clarify a few things. I'm getting many comments like the one above of people saying that I provoked that man during the flight. First thing first, Good Morning America, ABC News, they have the narrative wrong. That's not the truth. They didn't take the time to ask any witnesses who were close by and actually witness the real thing, what happened. They interviewed the two girls who were at the front of the flight who videotaped what happened from a distance, whose video went viral. They interviewed them. They didn't even see what happened. All they saw was the aftermath. They seen and heard commotion going on in the back, and then they start recording their phone after we're fighting. And you guys want to go with that narrative? I've been getting a lot of hate speech. I've been getting a lot of negative comments, but I'm also getting an overwhelming amount of support. And for everybody who does support and is taking the time to go down the rabbit hole and find the truth, thank you. ABC, Good Morning America, I wish you guys would reach out and actually get the true story. There's plenty of witnesses who were around me in the vicinity, and they posted their own testimony to social media, and it aligns with the story that I told WSVN and what happened. I was the one who got out of my seat and went to the restroom. I was the one who told the flight attendants about the disturbed man who was sitting behind me, because I was in the front seat and he was in the back seat, and I informed them that this man is giving me threats and he's saying things to me. Before I even got up out of my seat, I had my headphones on. I'm listening to music. I'm looking outside of the window, admiring the sunset, and I hear somebody faintly laughing behind me. I can't hear it that loud because my headphones are on, but he was laughing that loud that I could hear him faintly in my headphones. I thought it was just a normal person watching a movie on their phone, some kind of funny movie, and I paid it no mind. But the two young women who were sitting next to me, they kept breaking their neck to look back to see what he was laughing at and what was wrong with the guy. And after they multiple times kept looking back, it made me a little worried, so I took my headphones off and I looked at them, and they looked at me with concern about the person behind me. I turn around and I ask the guy, "Are you good?" And he starts doing that villainous laugh again. Ha 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 ha. You're nothing but a weak man, a mortal man, a puny man. Like, he's saying things like that to me, nobody else, to me. I didn't even know this guy was behind me the entire flight. I just start laughing about it because I think it's funny. I'm like, what's wrong with this crazy guy? Why is he talking to me like that? I just get up. I'm like, I go to the restroom and the flight attendants are right there. So I say, hey guys, there's a disturbed, deranged man behind me. He's giving me things like death threats and stuff like that. I'm just letting you know that if he puts his hands on me, like, I'm gonna defend myself. I tell them that. They're like, it's okay. We basically already know about what's going on. They let me know that they were aware of him. And they told me to go back to my seat and press the button if he continues. So I do just that. I walk back to my seat. As I'm sliding back through the aisle to get to 18F, which is where I was sitting, he's jawing off at me again. Oh, you weak man. You go to the restroom and you're looking at yourself in the mirror because you're just a weak man. If you challenge me, it will lead to your death and your destruction. He's saying evil things like this to me. And as soon as he starts jawing off again, I just get up, I press the button, and I turn around and I question him. I said, yo, what's your problem? You know, I'm not with any of that demonic stuff that you have going on. And he gets up immediately. He puts his forehead on my forehead, face to face, and he grabs me with both of his hands and he starts to choke me. You guys are saying things, oh, if you're a man of God, why didn't you use your words? Why didn't you rebuke him? What would you do if you were in a confined space on an aircraft and another stranger you don't know stands up and starts to choke you? I defended myself. I did what any rational person would do. Okay? I genuinely concerned for this man, Ashan. Whatever demon, whatever situation he was going through, I pray that man gets the help that he needs, because that is not okay. When is it okay to put your hands on another human being on a flight for no reason, unprovoked? I did nothing to him. I was minding my business the entire time. I was prepared for all the racist comments and the hate speech and things like that, and honestly, it doesn't faze me. The only thing that upsets me is that these news outlets are reporting false narratives and everybody is starting to run with it and believe it. Take the time. Go to WSVN on Instagram. Go on YouTube. Go to WSVN and search the news and listen to the story. There's a young woman named Melissa who was on the flight and she was helping break up the fight. She was right there when everything happened, and she tells the entire story on her Instagram. I will tag her Instagram in the comments. Go watch it for yourself. Don't believe everything the news puts out. They just put out silly narratives without having the real truth behind the entire story. Thank you to everybody who's supported me. Thank you to everybody who's reached out to me with encouragement. You guys have been nothing but uplifting through this entire experience. Everything in my life just changed overnight, all because of this one incident. I don't condone violence. I don't condone things like that, but I also don't believe it's okay for another man to attack another man unprovoked. I don't believe in that. And I believe you have every right to defend yourself, and that's exactly what I did. You know, a lot of people want to hear more about the story and they want to know what's going on, but I'm honestly getting tired of this. Every day I've waken up and it's been more and more and more commotion and more people reaching out to me, and it's just getting overwhelming. So this is the last thing I'm just going to post about the story. I'm going to leave it at that.
Sadly, black Americans can't stop the way white see about them. But Keanu should keep stepping in godly righteousness. The enemy knows the end is near and is coming strongly for God's children, because he knows his time is coming to an end and close. Keanu should stay prayerful. Mr. Evans, we support you and self-defense. Self-preservation is always right. Hold your head high and walk with thanksgiving in your heart that you made to see another day. The media just doesn't investigate stories anymore. Somebody decides how they want to twist it and they just spit out words. I hate the media because rarely is the truth told. Mr. Evans was justified. He was in the right and I would have done the same. Racism is a disease of the spirit that corrupts all senses. I automatically blame the other guy based on skin color. If you are in Keanu's shoes, what would you have done? Will you fight and defend yourself, or will you sit your ass down and swallow your anger and wait to reach your destination in peace? Share your answers and thoughts on the comment section below and let's engage. Let's make this go viral, family. Kindly share to your family and friends. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.